Hello and welcome back to your Wellbeing Wednesday tip of the week. What comes to mind when you think of networking with a group of strangers? How do you feel at a party before you've had your first few drinks? For many of us, social situations can feel extremely daunting, and that's before you add COVID into the mix. Therefore, today, I want to look at how we can build our conversational skills and how we can make these social situations feel less daunting. An important point to highlight before I continue is that this is not a stick-it plaster for those who really have genuine social anxiety. I do not want to underplay the absolutely crippling anxiety felt by some people in social situations. However, I do want to focus on how we can make networking social situations less daunting for those who identify as socially awkward, which could be quite a lot of us. Firstly, I want you to dive into that feeling of social awkwardness and understand what part of it makes you feel awkward. Once you're aware of what part of a social situation you dislike, you can prepare for it and make yourself feel more comfortable. For the ease of this video, I will just focus on 3 areas that might resonate with you. Firstly, is it a feeling of inadequacy? So many people feel that they're not enough. So many people feel they're inadequate compared to another. But it's so untrue. We often feel like this because we have backstage access to our lives, but we only see the cool, calm exterior of theirs. So many people often walk into a room and feel like other people don't like them, that they won't be liked because they're not good enough. The funniest conversation I had with a friend a few years ago was when we both confessed to each other, "I thought you were so cool when I met you. I didn't think you'd like me." Think about that for a second. We both thought the other person was cool and we were lame and they wouldn't like us. If there's one thing I want you to remember from this video, is that we all have our own fears and our own insecurities. We so often worry that the other person won't like us. Therefore, let that ease the pressure when you go into a social situation. And remember, everyone might be feeling like this. Therefore, it's your job just to make people feel welcome and at ease. Number 2, do you worry that you're going to run out of conversation? Yes, we all do. I have 2 things to say about that. Number 1, don't be afraid of silences. Silences allow the conversation to breathe naturally without having to fill it with nervous ramblings. And that's definitely the difficult part for me. Number 2, in order to be interesting, first be interested. People love to talk about themselves. So use this time with people to ask them questions that allow them to open up. But try and avoid mundane questions like, "So what do you do?" because they so often dry up conversations a lot quicker than they need to. Instead, pick out these exciting questions that you can put in your back pocket and just have ready whenever you need them. Things like, "What's something nice that's happened to you this week?" Or, "What's the most exciting project you're working on at the moment?" Or even, "What's the most useless talent that you have?" Whatever you can think of in order to inspire the conversation and to bring passion and energy into it, that will make the conversation flow. So first, don't worry about always having something to say. Allow silence and then be interested. Ask questions and truly listen, and people will remember spending time with you. Lastly, number 3, do you worry too much about how you come across? Sometimes we focus so much on how we come across that we're not actually present in the room. We all know that when we're talking to someone, if they've disappeared and they've started thinking about something else, that glazed expression in their eyes, that blank face. We know that non-verbal communication takes up the majority of the communication space between us and another person. Therefore, if we allow ourselves to be present in the moment and really be with someone, our body language will naturally show that. If we spend so much time thinking about how we want to seem like we're listening, we want to appear interested, we actually forget to listen. So instead, be present with that person. Because when you're interested, you will nod. When you're actually empathizing with someone, you might tilt your head. These things all come natural when we're really with someone. That's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day. Feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what resonated with you. And as always, subscribe to my YouTube channel. There'll be plenty more videos where we look at how we can think, feel and act in a way that allows us to get the most out of this life. See you next week.